Canada is known around the world as a welcoming, safe, and just society. We open our doors with the expectation that newcomers will respect our laws and contribute to our communities. So why on earth are we keeping dangerous criminals in Canada when they aren't even citizens? Immigrants come here, commit serious crimes, and instead of being deported, they're being handed lighter sentences just to protect their immigration status. This isn't just a loophole, it's a betrayal of the trust Canadians place in our justice system. That's not justice, that's insanity. Take a look at what just happened in British Columbia, a case that exposes the shocking reality of this policy. A permanent resident named Jae-Won Lee in an unprovoked attack stabbed a man twice. He didn't just stop there, he relentlessly pursued his bleeding victim, intent on causing even more harm. The injuries were severe, life-altering. Now, for a violent crime like that, any reasonable Canadian would expect serious prison time, right? Wrong. The court gave him a conditional sentence, 2 years less a day. That specific sentence is a legal trick. It's designed to keep the sentence just under the threshold that triggers automatic deportation for a permanent resident. So instead of a prison cell, he was sentenced to serve his time in the community for a brutal stabbing. That's not justice for the victim who has to live with the physical and emotional scars. It's a slap in the face to every law-abiding Canadian, citizen, and immigrant alike who plays by the rules. And why is this happening? Because under liberal policies, judges are explicitly allowed to consider a criminal's immigration status when sentencing. This has created a perverse incentive to hand out lighter sentences. It means if you're a non-citizen, you can get softer treatment than a Canadian citizen for the exact same crime. That is a two-tier justice system, plain and simple. Thankfully, the Crown appealed this outrageous sentence, but it took a long, expensive legal battle to finally get it overturned and changed to over 3 years in prison, a sentence that reflects the crime. But think about the cost. The victim was forced to relive their trauma through a prolonged court process. And why should you, the Canadian taxpayer, have to foot the bill for these drawn-out legal battles? It's all because our justice system is bending over backwards to protect violent criminals from facing the full consequences of their actions, including deportation. Common sense. Conservatives like Michelle Rempel-Garner have said it clearly. Non-citizens convicted of serious crimes should face the same consequences as Canadians, and then they should be deported. It's that simple. Becoming a permanent resident and eventually a citizen is a profound privilege, not an automatic right. It comes with a responsibility to respect our laws and our people. If you violate that trust with violence, you don't get special treatment, you get a prison sentence, and then you get on the next plane out. But the liberals, they actively defend this two-tier system. They claim that removing a judge's ability to consider immigration status would be a failed approach. A failed approach to what? To justice? To public safety? The only thing that has failed is a system that prioritizes a criminal's residency status over the safety of Canadians. That's failed leadership. So let me ask you this. Why would any Canadian want a system that gives preferential treatment to violent non-citizen criminals? Why should we risk the safety of our own communities, our own families, for people who so violently abuse the hospitality and privilege this country offers? The safety of Canadians must come first. Always. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this issue? Leave your comments below and join the conversation.